Versace the Dreamer. Versace the Dreamer is a fragrance that has it's a floral fragrance for men. It's kind of a kind of unique because there's not much floral fragrances that are for men and that smell good. But this fragrance has notes of iris, mugwort, and tobacco. And this fragrance is a very unique fragrance. Actually, believe this is the last fragrance that Gianni Versace released, while he was alive. It's very unique, has a lot of like notes, a lot of compliments. I kind of just named like the very main ones. Like I don't think all ages can wear it like that. I think it's more of like a maybe like 20s and up type of fragrance like that. It's not really a youthful type of fragrance because of those florals and that tobacco. It's not something that like if you wear this to like school or something, people won't like, I don't know, people might say you smell weird, but if you like it, wear it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're kind of looking for that like compliment type of factor, I don't think this is really it if you're still like younger. Fragrance is the fragrance that was used by Luis Miguel. I don't know, you guys might know him. This is the fragrance that he used. This is the fragrance he used. He really liked. This is his signature scent. And that's kind of what a lot of people know it by too. That's why a lot of people what a lot of people correlate this fragrance with is with him too. For good reason. I think this is a very nice fragrance. Let me get a spray. It has a decent atomizer, but yeah, it smells almost like powdery too. It smells like good, like it kind of like dreamy. Just like the name, like it's pretty corny, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know, it kind of puts you in like that state, like, you know what I'm saying. Like again, this is another fragrance that relaxes me. I think florals just really relax me. It just smells so good to me. And it just smells amazing. It smells like, yeah, like I said, a bit powdery. It kind of reminds me of like apple and like baby powder, but like also that sweet. It's a bit sweet too, and it's fresh. It's like all those things, and you get it in like stages. And in the dry down, you kind of it starts to smell like dirt, and not, I don't want to say, because of that mugwort, it starts to smell kind of like earthy, which honestly I like. I don't really like earthy smells like that, but like here it just smells so good. Like this is a very unique scent. Like this is unique. Like if you're looking for something different and unique, this is it. Like it smells unique, it smells different. I like the presentation. Like I said, like you guys know, like if you watch my other videos, I really like minimalism. I like that minimalistic style, like with Versace Pour Homme, my last video I did. And like this is kind of like the same following, and this is honestly like down as like one of my favorite bottles from a fragrance ever. I think it's just very like, I'm not a big fan of like built-in atomizers, but I think here I like it, because the atomizer is not that good, but here I like it because it fits perfectly with the bottle style. This is like, this is beautiful to me. Like I really like this. It's like so simple. I like the shape of it. I like how like it's like frosted glass, the logo. I don't know if you could see it. The logo, it's like frosted glass, and it just goes perfect with the pattern and everything here. It just looks so nice. And the performance is kind of, for me, it's kind of it's like, well, actually, now that I'm kind of remembering it, it's pretty good, honestly. Like it lasts a long time, and the projection is decent. It's not like crazy projection, but it's not bad either. This is honestly pretty good performing on my skin, and pretty good performing on me. And I would just say in general, I think I've heard of that back then, like in the original formulation. I heard this has been reformulated, but in the original, it was like, crazy, and it smelled like different. That's what I've heard. But I wasn't around at those times, so I don't know. And I haven't smelled it. Maybe if I could buy an old bottle, I'm not sure. But yeah, I heard it was different. It smelled a bit different. I think, I don't know. I think it had more of something. I don't remember. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of florals and fragrances either. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't really like florals like that. But I think here it's just done very well. It's just amazing. This is an exception to me. It just smells so good. It just smells, I don't know. It's just, I feel like this is just perfect overall. You can find this anywhere too. Like you can find this at TJ Maxx's, at Ross, at Walmart. You'll find this here, and even online you can find it at discounters, and it's super cheap, like $20, $30. So cheap, and it's just amazing. And it's just like, it's the last fragrance that Gianni Versace made before he died. This is just perfect. It's like perfect. It's like a little piece of history, I guess. And it's a fragrance that Luis Miguel used, the very famous, iconic singer. It's something that artists, it's just something that he wore. He's an artist. He's a singer. I'm pretty, take it from him. He used it for a reason. And he had a lot of women back then. So this is a very nice scent, and it doesn't smell outdated. I think it still holds up. It doesn't smell outdated to me. It still holds up. I'm giving another spray because, yeah, it smells so good. It doesn't smell outdated. It holds up. I think definitely, buy it. If you're a fragrance collector, I think this is a fragrance you definitely have to have in your collection. You definitely have to, because it's not niche. Yeah, it's not niche, but it's almost like, to me, I think it's kind of almost that niche quality, because it's so different. Because nowadays, Like designer fragrances don't really experiment or don't really do things like this anymore. They just follow that same formula with like Isoi Super, make it fresh, make it mass appealing, bit of woods in there, bit sweet, and that's it. You know, because obviously they want to make sales. You know, they're just looking from a business standpoint. But I don't know. They don't. There's not really. There's no risks anymore like that. How like there wasn't like back then fragrances. You know, I wasn't around back then, but like I've smelled fragrances that like have came out, you know, a long time ago and stuff like that. You know, they smell very different. You know, it's not like obviously things change with time, but it's just they don't take risks anymore. It's just everything kind of stays in that same formula. It's like corporate perfumery. It's just the same. But I don't know. I think this, you know, just back then they were more risky. They were doing things differently. You know, they were experimenting, not really caring. You know what, like, you know, because maybe this is good for a certain amount of like a certain what do you call it, like demographic of people. You know, and I think this is just good for like, you know, I think that's just what they were doing here. They didn't care. I think they didn't really care much if like, oh, like maybe it's not gonna do this or that. You know, people were different back then. You know, people did things differently back then. But I think that's just kind of what adds to it. Its uniqueness, its amazingness. It's just, you know, I think that's just what makes it a better scent. But yes, definitely pick it up. I'd say it's versatile all year round. Definitely buy it. You can find it anywhere cheap, very affordable, very accessible. Although I have heard it's been discontinued, but I still see it everywhere, honestly. But yes, definitely pick it up, buy it, and I definitely recommend it. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, whatever else you guys want to see next. And I'll leave the link to the description below. If I find anywhere cheap where you can buy this, I'll leave it the link in the description, and I'll leave my TikTok in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you guys. Take care and God bless.